What is up, Dara Mactire subscribers and YouTube people in general? My name is Lothis, and today I'm here to show you some Mage spell changes in Mr. Pandaria. Since, Mr. Pandaria is coming out in a couple of weeks, I hope you're all excited. I'm really excited as well. I've been grinding my way to 90. Now that I'm 90, I know all the spell changes, and it's still my favorite class by a long mile. Let's see how we go. Let's see how these spell changes fare out. The first spell I'm going to show you today is something that's heavily used in the fire rotation and Cataclysm. You use it to distance yourself from targets. The spell is Blast Wave. Now, unfortunately, Blizzard have actually removed Blast Wave as a spell in general. All I can say is, oh shit. But, you know, what they've done is they've taken the spell out of the game, but they've built it into another spell. So if you take a look real quick at a move called Flame Strike here, obviously you read the top section there, it says calls down a pillar of flame, burning enemies for 4k fire damage and an additional 10k damage over 7.45 seconds. That's pretty standard. But if you read the the bottom line, it says there, a wave of flame radiates outward from the target location. All enemies caught within the blast are slowed by 50% for 3 seconds! Ah, man. So, you still get Blast Wave. It's just got a 1.86 second cast time, and it's obviously dependent on the gear I'm wearing right now, but I'll just show you real quickly. I'll give you an example. This is the new Blast Wave mechanic in Focus. So I'm casting Flame Strike, and as you notice, the mob has a debuff called Blast Wave, which is pretty cool. It still works the same way that auto, and Flame Strike has a cooldown because of this as well. So I'll cast it once again, just so you get a good glimpse of it. And there it is again, slow by 50% for 3 seconds. Talking about slows before, our next spell change is going to be Cone of Cold. This is one that I really hate, because Cone of Cold was a major source of crits and all that kind of stuff, and huge output damage for Fire Mage, Frost Mage, any mage alike really. Back in the old talent tree system, we could get improved Cone of Cold, which would freeze a target to the ground. So freaking handy for getting more shatters, but now it is just Cone of Cold, and now it just slows the target by 60%. But still, it's good, you know. I mean, if I bring this target over here and I Cone of Cold it, that's a huge slow by 60%, and it lasts for 6 seconds as well. So I can get some nice distance between me and the target. Definitely get some damage out, so on and so forth. I think it's still good, it's still viable to have, as a spell to get away from people. You can still use it quite frequently. It has a 10-second cooldown, which is not a bad window in my opinion. A super major epic change to the class. Oh man, this is the best thing about mages so far that I have seen. Every spec gets deep freeze. Not just Frost anymore, every spec gets deep freeze. That's like a holy shit, oh my god, win as fire. Like, are you serious? Watch this. What's this? Watch. So I walk up to the painted stag, because that stag's painted. Now, obviously, of course, it's frozen. But look, deep freeze is lit up! So I could deep freeze it. And I could do some damage. You kind of get the picture. Having deep freeze as fire, and arcane as well, is going to be ridiculous. For all you fire mages out there that are like me, I'm going to go over a major spell change, just the way our rotation works. Now, back in Cata, we had a thing called Impact Procs, which would allow us to use our Fire Blast to spread dots, and it would also stun the target. Impact Procs are a thing in the past now. There's no such thing as an Impact Proc. We now have a thing called Inferno Blast. Now, I'll go over it really quick, I'll go over the specialization. Inferno Blast, as you read the bottom line here, it replaces Fire Blast. So, we no longer have Fire Blast, we have an improved version of Fire Blast called Inferno Blast. And what that does, blasts your enemies for 11k fire damage, and is guaranteed to be a critical strike. Guaranteed. Holy crap. That increases your window of crits and getting hog streaks so much more. I love Inferno Blast. Honestly, if I get a crit randomly on a Fireball or a Scorch or anything, I know that I can get a Pyro proc right off the bat just by using Inferno Blast straight afterwards. That'll get you 2 procs, and that'll get you freaking free Pyro Blast. Ultimate damage. Seriously sick. Upon impact, like it does before, you hit an impact proc with your Fire Blast. Upon impact, it spreads Pyro Blast, Ignite, and Combustion effects up to 2 targets within 10 yards. So it also spreads your dot damage as well. None of this waiting for an impact proc BS. It's all there, it's all in the one spell. It just removed the stun, which realistically, it was a really, really strong stun. It was unnecessary, I'll say, but, you know, we're still working through it. I do miss the stun, but, you know, other things have come into play. You know, Combustion's changed as well, so I'll go with the Combustion change in a moment, but Inferno Blast, man, you're going to love this spell. It's absolutely insane. It's epic. So like I said before, Combustion has changed for the 1500th freaking time, Blizzard. Why? Why do you change Combustion so much? Anyway, Combustion is now no longer a super dot. It doesn't combine all your dots and make it some super duper dot that goes, hey, here comes the damage, freaking take that crap. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like that anymore. Combustion has really changed into like a single target burst kind of spell. And it lets you set up and gives you windows of opportunities as well. Now, Combustion had, I think it was a 2-minute cooldown. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably extremely wrong when I say that. I think it's 2-minute cooldown currently on Kata. And obviously what it did, it combined your Living Bomb, it combined your Pyroblast, and it combined your Ignite proc together and made it one dot as a whole, and, you know, made it tick like a badass kind of thing. Like, it was kind of like your ultimate dot kind of spell. Like, if you want to put some serious pressure and damage out, you would Combustion a target with all your dots up, and it would just melt to the ground. Now Combustion is an instant damage spell, and it also stuns the target for 3 seconds. That's where your impact is gone. I like it. I actually like the way Combustion works now. It obviously burns on the target as well, based on your Pyroblast and Ignite damage. Now, that's where the nerf comes in, because it used to include Living Bomb, and the Living Bomb damage included in there made it so much more stronger. Now that it's taken out, pretty crazy. It's not as strong as it used to be. But then again, the instant damage it does as well, of 18k fire damage and the 3-second stun, I really like that. I actually prefer that, to be honest. You know, Combustion's gone through so many bloody changes in this game. I'm not going to be surprised if they change it again, but at the moment, the way it is, it's probably my favourite version of Combustion so far. Also, another thing to note about Combustion as well, so I'll just test it on this Painted Stag to show you the stun. So, Combustion straight away, 18.5k damage, and it's got a Combustion impact stun on there for 3 seconds, which is pretty nice. The next change that I dislike and I like, it's a real iffy thing for me. It's the change to your armors. Now, obviously we've got Frost armor, we've got Molten armor, and we've got Mage armor. The one thing I don't like, they have a cast time. Why? Why, Blizzard? Why do they have a cast time? The one thing that was beautiful about armors before is that you could change and adapt to any class that you fought. Now it's going to be a, hey, guess who's on the other team? Or, hey, look who you're fighting. Quick, 3 seconds, change your armor. Go, 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 go. Like, oh, man, it annoys me. It annoys me so much it has a cast time. But, nevertheless, we do have something magical as well. And this thing is called buffs to the actual armors as well. You'll notice, I'll go over them real quickly. Molten armor. Now, like before, it increases your critical strike chance with spells by 5%, but it also reduces all physical damage taken by 6%. Oh, holy crap! It's fucking epic. I love that. That's going to be great. That means I'm going to be using Molten armor a lot more. I haven't been using it a lot in Kata, just because of the fact that Frost armor is really good in terms of, you know, resistance to spells with the glyph and the movement speed on melee attackers, so it's kind of like a mix between the two, between Molten armor and Mage armor, which is what I really liked. It was kind of like an infusion of both of them, just without the crit. But now, you know, you have a super reason to use Molten armor against melee as well. You know, it's just that good. You go over to Frost armor next. Frost armor increases your spell haze by 5%. What the? Epic. You know, all these armors are really, really cool now in terms of what they do, how they benefit your class. If an enemy strikes you, which is normal, movement speed is slow by 30% for 5 seconds. That, yeah, standard stuff. Moving on to Mage armor. Your mastery is increased by 3,000. 3,000 freaking mastery. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. That is like heaven to a frost mage. 3,000 mastery just out of an armor. That's epic. And it also, does the standard thing as well. The duration of all harmful magical effects used against you are reduced by 35%. I don't know why you can ask for more out of armors. Even though they have a 3-second cast time, I still think the way that they've redesigned the armors is bloody brilliant. So you don't actually have to change as much. You can change to adapt your playstyle and so on and so forth, but you don't actually have to. Another benefit as well, if you notice up in the top right hand corner, molten armor, there's no timer underneath it, and it persists through death. How freaking legit is that? That is epic. I never have to cast another armor again. I'm also going to go over one of the new spells in Mr. Pandaria that mages get. I believe you get it at level 87. It's called Alter Time. The first part of the spell description makes me feel like a pro because it says, "You alter the fabric of time." Like, hell yeah I do, broski! Frickin', man, that's so awesome. You get to alter the fabric of freaking time, and it has a 1.5 minute cooldown. Let me show you how this spell works. It's pretty simple to explain, but not as simple to pull off in certain situations. When you activate the spell, this is just to give you a brief overview. When you activate the spell, it saves your character's current condition. So that being like your HP, your mana, what buffs and debuffs you have, and even goes to your exact location where you are. So what I'll do is I'll just do this real quickly. I'll just show you a real demonstration about how it teleports you back to your spot. So I'll pop Alter Time. Now after 6 seconds, it'll teleport me back to my spot. As you can see, it's sticking over my head, and bing, I'm back at the spot. Epic. You can use this in arena really well to your advantage. Blades Edge Mountains, for example. You can pop it at the top of the bridge, jump off the bridge, and then port back up pretty much. It's kind of like, it's really, really good. Or you can even use it to negate burst damage as well. Honestly, I really don't know what to say about this spell. You can even, if you want to as well, you can reactivate the spell earlier than 6 seconds, and it'll work earlier as well. So you can activate it, and hit the button a second time, it'll take you back in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever you want. But holy crap, a lot of people are going to probably say, "Oh, that's an OP spell, Lothis. Oh, that thing's just so overpowered. What the hell?" My response to that is, brofist to you, Mr. Ghostcrawler. You know how to please a mage. I love you, bro. You're so good. Here, round of applause for Ghostcrawler. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching the spell changes to mages, guys. If I missed anything out, or you'd like to see me talk about talent changes as well, leave us a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to Dara Mactire's channel for keeping up to date with all your Mr. Pandaria content and news. Remember, there's only a couple of weeks to go, and I'm freaking excited. I hope you guys are as well. If you want to check out my channel, my name is Lothis Gaming. I'll be doing a lot of mage videos and a lot of funny videos for Mr. Pandaria. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Cheers for watching, guys. Lothis out!